I need to ask.
Oh, what? Come on!
There's another area. You need to ask around the immediate area.
I don't see anybody around here. Who's there to ask?
Down this way, I guess.
Let's get back on the bike. No, 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 no.
See, that makes me giggle because I was trying to kill a boss in Dark Souls 2, and all of a sudden I started going, and for some reason I was doing better on the boss.
Nice.
It's like, okay, well, Duel of the Fates, I guess it helps me concentrate. Okay, so we unfortunately still have some elephants in the room, but most of them are basically going into like what happened during our absence.
So much.
And yeah, like Romney's not wrong. When the podcast or we take a break, like shit hits the fan, and then at that point, like we basically have to play catch up. So one thing that I'm just gonna go ahead and be honest about this right now, but I think we could talk about it here. It's not going to make the podcast. And the main reason it's not going to make the podcast is technically all of its occurrings happened in 2019. Mm-hmm. And so at that point, I'm basically setting a guideline of like, maybe I'd consider something if it was December 2019, but it was still a current story in 2020. But this all happened in 2019 and it ended in 2019.
Trips me up.
So... Just curious, Alex, have you been following the Susie Lou situation on YouTube?
Susie Lou? No, I don't know who that is.
Okay, so this is going to be fun because I got to find out about this on my holiday break.
My guild? Okay.
Yeah, you can go to Canard. All right, well.
Oh. Something's wrong with
That's
the
who you need to
world.
talk to. You need to talk to this whiner.
I can't log out and everyone's fighting. If this is a dream, please let me wake up. I'm scared.
I doubt Syllabus is fighting.
That should be enough for now. Now go to Yada. There's a disturbance.
Maybe I'll hold off on the Susie Lou story. And
I'd better hurry and check it out. No, go ahead.
No, because we're just going to bounce on the Raven Guild, right?
No, we gotta go to like the central district there.
Okay, so Susie Lou is a YouTuber who is primarily gaming, but she's gotten into a number of things. The way I know how to explain her is that she's a trend chaser.
Okay.
For lack of a better term, because whatever's trendy, she tries to do on her channel. Well, this whole thing started because she did a video on The Last Guardian VR, where apparently she was very, very sad at the ending of the demo for it. And it was, like, when you look at the video, it's kind of forced. Like, she's kind of trying to force herself to cry.
Oh, okay.
And her boyfriend comes over and gives her a quick hug and all that. Well, I can't remember the original guy who made the video, but this guy decided to make a video of that where he, right as soon as she starts to cry, he puts in the Michael Jordan meme.
Right.
Stop that. Get some help. Well, she flagged his video.
Okay.
And then she basically developed a bad habit of flagging videos over the entire year.
What's going on here? Why can't I log out?
Is this some kind of event or someone's bad joke?
Can you tell me what's happening? You're some kind of admin guy, right?
Please, calm down. We are working hard to...
Hi, Steve Bloom.
How do you expect us to calm down?
Hi, Wendy Lee.
What are you gonna do about this?
I'm terribly sorry. Please, just try to be patient for a while.
So, that guy in the blue
Well,
suit
it's better
is
than
an
Steve Bloom trying to sound drunk.
Looks like even CC Corp doesn't have a very good handle on the situation.
Uh-oh. We now have some information on the situation. Please come to the Serpent of Lore.
Yada's calling me.
Let's head back to...
Okay.
We'll go to Raven's End.
So, this whole thing basically launched a whole... No, dude, it gets far more fucked up than this.
All right.
So it's not just that she's a flagger. So she starts setting rules of like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and flag him because he didn't ask for my permission to use my face in his video.
Right.
Okay? But then when you go into her past history, she doesn't follow her own damn rules. There was a point, I kid you not, where she was She was live streaming the 2016 election
Right.
on her channel.
Okay.
Because anybody who live stream anything any way relevant at that time, the algorithm would put you in the trending.
Right.
And so she got a lot of hop from that. And so at that point, she's not following her own rules because she doesn't have permission from BBC to show their coverage of the election.
So she's like actually streaming somebody's like news coverage?
Yes, she is streaming the BBC's coverage.
Okay.
Well, her justification for that was, oh, I was watching it with friends.
Okay.
And I used my channel to watch it with friends. Okay? And then this basically starts a whole pattern of her then flagging somebody, and then we find out later that she's done the exact same thing and is mad that she's just mad that she got made fun of in the video.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Hey, you! Why can't I log out of here? Come on, speak up, will ya? Damn it! Damn it! Where am I? What is this place?
Am I really a monkey
Why
man?
am I actually inside the game?
So it seems that humans who lack morals both online and offline say the very same things after all.
All right, now you're just a dumbass.
Well, it seems that you only act strong when facing those weaker than you. Pitiful. If you're that scared, run back to Kestrel with your tail between your legs.
Nice. See, now he's just being a dick.
As reported, it looks like those from Kestrel are stirring more panic in the people. Everyone, go support the town's order. We must not let them panic.
Understood.
You go work on stop being a dick.
I was so worried about you. Are you okay?
I'm sorry, Sakaki.
What's wrong? I can't seem to hear you.
You see,
Ever since you were killed by a bugged monster, you've been unable to speak?
No, a tentacled monster, dick.
yes. I know it's kind of hard to believe.
Oh no, I believe it. You're not one to tell a lie.
You sure about that?
Sakaki.
I'm sure you know this, but all players are currently unable to log out from the game. In fact, they have lost sight of their very selves. It's almost as if their minds have been absorbed into the heart of the world itself.
Really?
But it's just an online game.
That's right, a game. But at the same time, it's also a reality all its own, Atoli.
You're a 10-year-old trying to philosophize, aren't
At any
you?
rate, we must stop
Exactly
the
what
players
he
from
is.
panicking.
I was trying to
You
debate,
will
was he
help us,
8,
won't
was he
you?
10?
Let me
Couldn't
double
remember.
check.
Yes.
Good girl.
Ew.
Well then,
Such a creep.
So Mr. Sakaki's the only one you can rely on after all, huh?
Haseo.
so it's you, Terror of Death. It appears there are only enemies to be found in your world.
Atoli, why are you here? I thought I told you to stay at the at-home.
I'm sorry. I thought I should contact Sakaki and...
Listen to me. This isn't something Moontree can do anything about.
I see. Are you saying that you can solve this situation?
With a lot more certainty than you can. What's so funny?
It's a
Conceit.
dick being a dick to a dick.
Don't you
Dick.
agree that it is the lust for power that is most certain to make fools out of people? Terror of Death.
What do you mean by that?
I mean exactly what I said.
He's 10.
Atoli,
How old is Haseo again? 14?
I think he's a little...
I will see you
Let me
later.
check.
You're arguing with a 10-year-old Haseo. This is not helping you in my books. And to all the kids who are offended with what I just said, you're not supposed to be watching our channel right now. Stop, please.
Why did you have to say things like that? Sakaki, Moontree, just wants to try and solve the situation.
I think Sakaki just wants to be a dick.
Want to help everyone.
Ida isn't a problem that Moontree can solve.
But even
Stop.
so, I don't understand. I just don't understand you, Haseo.
That's okay, I don't either. He's like Hiei. Once you think you got it, then something else comes out of the honor code, and then you're like, what the fuck? Alright, so while you're continuing to look that up, so basically, we had this long trail of problems that would happen, right?
Okay.
Well, a couple of months ago, she decides to get into anime.
Oh, jeez, of course she does.
And what does she decide to do? Because every anime channel has debated this concept, right? Mm-hmm. Except she's kind of an idiot when it comes to new concepts. She decides to do live commentary reactions on whole episodes of anime.
Bad idea.
But Alex, she had it covered. Because she changed the opacity on the Naruto episode so that you could just barely see what's going on.
Oh.
But kept the entire video.
That never works, guys. That worked like 5 years ago, but the content ID system is way too advanced for that now.
I see.
The situation is much more serious than we thought.
Let us summarize for a moment. Ever since the Ida phenomenon occurred while searching for Atoli, no one has been able to log out of the game. Furthermore, none of the players have been able to return to their real-world selves and their real lives. And no new players have been able to log into the game. Communications with the outside receive no reply.
Some of the players have panicked to the point where they're starting to get violent. It seems that the system admins can't contain these players any longer.
Yes, the system admins themselves are just as confused. Right now, their real selves are... At this point, we're no different than the lost ones.
It is quite obvious that the
awake.
reason for this abnormality is
We're
Ida.
awake in the game, but we're not necessarily
that's
awake in
true.
the real
If
world.
we ever want to return to the real world again, it is imperative that we investigate Ida as quickly as possible. And one more thing. Let me tell you something important.
Something important?
Yes, something important.
Now that her epitaph has been stolen, Atoli's PC data is starting to degenerate.
Degenerate? What is he talking about?
I'm sorry.
But why didn't you tell us?
That's enough. Isn't it obvious? She didn't want us to worry about her. Yada, in this world our minds aren't residing in our bodies, but in our player characters, right?
That is merely speculation. But in this case, it would seem to be the most likely explanation for what we are experiencing.
So this is a world where our minds and characters are linked together.
So, what will happen if Atoli's character data is lost while she's in this world?
There is a distinct possibility that her own consciousness will be lost as well.
What? You've got to be kidding me!
What should we do? How can we cure her of this?
Is your head just for decoration? You should try thinking before you make a big fuss.
Master Yada, do we know anything else?
This too is only a guess. But it seems that this place is not really the world as we thought. It is a false world that Ida has created by copying the data off of CC Corp's servers. I believe that the world we are currently inside of is such a place.
So then, this is some kind of a mirror server.
That's one way to put it. Atoli, at one time you had the power to distinguish Ida's sound from all others.
Ida's sound?
Come to think of it, didn't you say something like that when we found Indiglut Lu?
Well... If you mean hearing strange sounds and seeing bug-like things, I've had that happen a number of times.
Have you heard that sound after being placed in your present condition?
No, I haven't.
I thought so. It all makes sense. It would seem that the data Ida stole from her is...
You don't mean the young girl's Morgana factor?
Morgana factor? What's that?
Master Yada.
It's all right to tell him all about it now. The Morgana factor is the specialized data that makes Epitaph users unique.
So she was an Epitaph user too.
Epitaph users
Yeah,
are
she
special
was an S.
characters created by CC Corp for use during certain projects.
That's why we...
Thus, Epitaph user PCs have data inside them that is not found inside regular PCs.
That's the Morgana factor, usually called epitaphs.
So the reason that we can use avatars is because we have that Morgana factor? I mean epitaphs?
That's right.
Hence, epitaph users.
CC Corp wants to mass-produce Epitaph users.
You mean as a defense against Ida?
Yes, but thanks to strong protection protocols, we've been unable to adequately analyze them. We still don't know exactly what the Morgana factor is.
Thanks to that, not only can't we mass produce, we can't even make a copy of it.
So why not just bring the creator in on it? He should be able to take care of that without a problem.
As far as we know, the Morgana factor was not created by any one person.
Well then, how did you get a hold of him in the first place?
We managed to salvage it from the dark abyss of this world.
The abyss of this world?
Each of the Morgana factors has its own name and identity. In my case, the name of my avatar is Tarvos, the epitaph of the Avenger.
My avatar's name is Magus, the epitaph of the propagation.
As for Aseo, his avatar goes by the name of Skaith. He is the epitaph of the terror of death.
The terror of death.
It's an odd coincidence that it's the same as your PKK nickname. Even with Magus's The Propagation, we can't repair the Morgana factor.
Thus, now that she has lost her epitaph user abilities, Atoli can no longer hear Ida's sound.
Maybe that's also part of the reason why Atoli lost her voice.
Yada, what can we do to help her?
There are no alternatives but to try to recover her Morgana factor from Ida. However...
What?
It will be difficult to trace Ida precisely, now that we are no longer on the actual CC Corp server. Fortunately for us, this Ida server is far from being perfect. This world contains seams in the structure. The fact that we can save our data is proof of that.
That means...
Yes, all we have to do is find them. It seems to me that at this point, our only acceptable option is to infiltrate the Ida areas and conduct a thorough search.
Infiltrate? You mean with just us? There's no way we could possibly cover all the Ida areas between just the few of us.
This is an emergency. We will reach out and ask other players for help.
That's pretty impressive coming from someone as secretive as you.
Haseo, I believe you had a relationship with those at Moontree. You should go and ask them for help.
Oops.
Moontree? Do you think there's a chance that they would really listen to me?
Moontree would never abandon someone in trouble. That's what Sakaki always said. That Moontree is there to help save people.
Oh,
I
he is
will
10.
go and contact Zelkova myself. Hi, I want you to go with Haseo and help with his negotiations.
Yes, Master Yada.
What about me?
Atoli, you will stay here.
Huh? But
If news of that arm were to spread beyond this group, it would only make things worse.
okay.
Off to Moontree headquarters. Don't forget, the area words are Delta setting Eternity's night moon.
I'll be back.
Okay, I'll be waiting at the Chaos Gate.